I was preparing to sleep, I was preparing to go to bed until I saw a comment which says my video should not get views. And nothing motivates as a criticism and nothing feeds me as criticism. So someone who just criticized me, I would like to say thank you. Because of this, I'm creating you this video and I'll be solving puzzles for next half an hour. So let's get going. There we go. So basically I'm gonna solve Lichess puzzles. This is a puzzle streak. So there we go. Let's try to create a good score, a decent one. So that's puzzle number one. It's done. What do we do here? We can't take this. We can take the rook over here. That's for free. And then the queen. Easy puzzle. All right. Checkmate. I'm going to try to solve them both fast as well as I'm going to try to explain how it works. Easy. Okay, there has to be a back rank somewhere. There you go. Checkmate. All right. Check. Is this a mate? Yes, it is mate. Okay. What do we do here? We can just give a double attack with this move. Why not? And takes. That was winning. Okay. Takes. Knight f6. Looks like a fourth and wins the game. These are pretty easy puzzles. These are just the beginning of. So I can take and then capture that rook over there. So let's go for it. Easy. I think the real puzzles are gonna start after a point, after something like 20 or 30 puzzles, maybe. Let's see. So currently we are at 10 with no difficulty. These are pretty easy puzzles. Okay, just rook c5 is a mate. Alright, what do we do here? I can take this guy, and if he comes out, then queen e6. If he blocks with the rook, then queen e6 again. So yes, this works. Queen e6. Check. Awesome. So what do we do here? Just rook b2, rook a8. Sorry, rook g7, rook a8. Looks like the idea. And we take the bishop. There you go. That's solved. Okay, the bishop is obviously free, so maybe we can just go queen a4 and pick up that. Why not? Yes, it worked. Alright, this is pretty easy. The rook is unsupported, so you use the pin. Basically, you use his own force against him. Okay, if you give a check, he goes here, then we give a check, and that has to be a mate. So knight blocks now, and we take it. Go. Easy peasy. How do we win this one? Okay, the bishop looks trapped. I can simply play h5 and capture that. Yep, that was easy. There is a fork over here. Okay. I can take play bishop g7. So just captures bishop g7, king moves, then we take, and if queen check, maybe we just go king h2, and that looks all fine. Alright, let's see if it works. It does. And do we take? Yes, that's the best. Whenever you have a good move, always take a pause and try to find the best. Now you can obviously take the queen, that looks like the best, but if you observe, your knight is hanging, so first let's save the knight. With a tempo, that comes with a check, and now you take the bishop. That is decisive. Alright, so I'm just thinking of king to g6 followed by mate. How can he avoid it? You can actually stack his rook, but yeah, it doesn't really help, right? Okay, just bishop knight h6 is the first move that comes to my mind, and then just winning the rook. Why not? Yeah, it does work. Alright, so just queen f7. He takes this guy, and now what? I have another plan. Just rook takes g5, h takes g5, and queen h8. But then he comes out, right? That's the issue. Or maybe just takes, and then queen g5. Okay. If rook takes g5, pawn takes, then queen takes g5 is checkmate. If rook takes g5, h into g5. If rook takes g5, king into h4, then queen h6. Looks like a mate. Yes. So this does work. There you go. All right. So that was not tough. He goes over there. What do we do? A simple move like queen h4, then knight h3. If we take, he takes, and then rook f2. Looks like the idea. Sometimes you have to double check it. Now, if he takes with the pawn, then just rook f2 is kind of good enough. Alright, the rook hangs, but again, queen f1 wins the queen, right? So here. Alright, I think that does work. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. Alright, 25 puzzle solved. Be easy. You take this, and then he goes here. Alright. I have few options here. I can take his rook, and after he takes, then I can take his queen. In that case, I'll be up a rook. Yeah, looks sensible. Why not? Should I take his rook first? Yeah. And now instead of taking the rook, you can take the queen. You have material up, material advantage. Now just rook g1, and the king has to go on h8. Then bishop g7 looks like it's working. Although there is some pressure over here, but that's totally fine. So I suppose rook g1 is the move, and we take the queen, and yeah, we're totally winning. All right, how does this work? Bishop g7, king takes. Oh, sorry, bishop g5, king takes g5. Then knight f7 is a 4, and if it doesn't take, then we take the queen. All right, that was easy. How do we play here? Okay, if we play b6 takes, captures, knight e7, knight e7, yes. And if we play b7, then knight c6. So basically, what first you have to sacrifice the b pawn, and then the a pawn marches forward. That's what I mean, and he can't stop us. Okay, I'm thinking of some sacrifices. Is it good enough? Rook takes g6, pawn takes, not happy. Maybe rook f6 first. Why not? Just rook f6. Maybe the queen goes to e7, and then you sack on g6. Takes here, takes here, check, check, check. Oh, it looks awesome. I think so. Rook f6 has to be the move. Although, let me just calculate rook g6. Yeah, rook f6 looks like it's like too strong. It has to be the move. All right. So black to move. What can we do here? I can give a check over there. He can. So if he blocks with the queen, then we take the queen. If he blocks with the rook, then we just go and give a backline. So this is what I mean. Queen a8. This kind of moves are actually not easy to see because they are kind of long range. All right. So, but you have to keep asking yourself some questions, some really basic questions like what are the targets in the position? What are the weaknesses? If you ask yourself simple questions like this, you easily spot what I'm spotting right now, what I'm looking at right now. So queen h5, king e6 is obviously going to be the idea. Then queen e5, he goes here, then check here. Queen f6, he goes here, then there is a rook check. All right, that's quite a long variation. So I'm thinking let's go for it. Oh, queen g4. How did I miss it? Oh, queen g4. That's a crossfire, right? Look at this. Ah, that was a beautiful, beautiful move I missed. Yeah, I was just concentrating on queen h5 and queen e5, followed by bringing the rook, or yeah, just queen g7 and kind of. That was not bad, but all right. 31 is not a great score. I want at least 40, at least. So, okay. Now let's go quickly back to 30 and then try to get more than that. All right. How do we do this? Just check and back rank. How do we do this? All right, this bishop b4 check looks like the move. Awesome. White to play. I am not totally happy with the way I perform right now. I could have done much better. Takes, takes, takes. Looks like a move. And then queen takes. Is this? Yes, that's right. It's always better to double check, although you're pretty sure that's gonna be the move, but still it's always better to double check. And now you take the queen, I suppose. Yeah, you do. Alright, so knight f3 looks like the move. You pick up the queen. Alright, do we need to take? No. Generally, we are not really forced to capture back. So you always have the time, because if you capture here, then the queen is hanging. So maybe you can just go queen d8, queen f8, and takes, and then take the rook. And after he knight takes, then you push the pawn, b6, and let's say knight b3, you play b7, and he won't be able to stop you. So this is what I mean. Although he has a pawn too, but our pawn comes with a check. That wins. Alright, that was not tough calculation. No matter how difficult it seems, it's really not tough. Alright, I'm thinking of rook f8, but the obvious problem is fork, which is not working. So yes, rook f8 is a move. The fork was not working, so there was no issue. Alright, so how do this work? Just takes. I see no problem. Although g3 is an issue and is a concern, but maybe we can takes, queen takes here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is fine. Just king h1. Okay, he gives a check. What do we do right now? King g1. Is it right? Or king h2 again? King h2. Then he just repeats. King g1. Can't he just give a check again? He can. Queen g3. But then what's the point? Am I missing something obvious here? I do feel like that. King h2 or king g1. King h2, queen g3, king h1 is forced. So king g1 is the only move. No other option. Alright, just queen e8 check. The king steps h to h6, then queen h5 mate, and if it steps to g5, then queen h5 mate again. Alright, that's the idea. This followed by, that's what I meant. How do you play this? Basically just double attack and win the rook. That was easy. Alright, just queen here and queen g to mate. Easy. I wanna get quickly to 30 because I was quite disappointed by my score last time. Let's see how this works. Let's check, and the king doesn't have too many squares. Probably this is the gonna be the move, because if the rook blocks, then we take and we can take the bishop. Looks like the move. And we take the bishop now. Yes, we are totally safe. Okay, takes back rank problems. They are always there to haunt us. Back rank issues. Alright, how do we solve this one? Just g6 looks like a sensible move, although the bishop takes, then knight takes. Yeah, sure. It looks like no, knight takes. Doesn't work. That sacrifice doesn't always work, and that was the moment where it didn't. This time it did work, right? That's a clear difference. Now if we give a check, he blocks, we just give a check. Faster. I can do faster than this. Okay, takes. Alright. I'm gonna take here and probably just bishop h4. He plays g3. We take and take the rook. Alright, easy. Next one. Just knight check. Where should the knight go actually? Knight d5 looks like the move. Knight b5 also playable, but the pawn takes, and there's no need to give up a pawn. Absolutely no need. So it's a simple variation. Simplicity is sometimes the key. You take the knight and you play bishop e3. That's the move. Next one. Knight fork. Why is this puzzle even there? How do we solve this? Alright. The basically one of the first moves you have to look for is checks, captures, and they in general they just you just happen to see them. It's a default habit. You have to keep asking yourself some basic questions. What is the threat? Stuff like that. And like, yeah, this is quite easy. I would have loved to explain you the moves also, because that's where the essence of solving puzzles is really is. But let me first get to 31 before I do that. All right, this looks easy. You sacrifice the rook, you get the other rook in, and then you bring the queen. This is a very well-known theme. All right, thank you for the bishop, and now queen h2. It's a very pretty theme. You sacrifice. Sometimes you get the chance to sacrifice two rooks, and that's even prettier. Now, how do we do this? Okay, I'd like to bring my bishop to f6 and queen somewhere on the king side, but this just looks suspicious. Just f6. This is something. What is it? What am I missing? What am I missing? There's something I'm missing. Queen e2 and queen h5 takes time. Wait a minute. Can't I just directly go e4? If he takes, I'm going to capture on h6. If he takes my bishop, then bishop f6. Okay, so e4 takes there. Just move that pawn, right? Yeah, and then. All right, e4 looks like the move, but although I do think it's risky, kind of. It's always simpler to go bishop here, but I'm gonna go with e4. That's my gut feeling. It might be wrong. All right, that's not wrong. Okay, I have the option to take on h6, and if he takes my bishop, then bishop f6, and there is a mating net around his king, so he is supposed to move his pawn in that case. All right, so just this, and what's the mate? Check. No. Obviously, got it. Yeah, it was obvious. Should have seen it faster than this. Easy mate. All right, so how do we solve this one? There is a rook check. He can't take the bishop anymore. He has to block with the rook, and there comes the mate. It's quite simple. This game somehow, for some reason, reminds me of the Morphy game, although it's not. But maybe the bishop on g5 reminds me of that. Okay. So now we are getting closer to where we lost, to where we stopped. Now queen f7 is the obvious move. Rook takes, then there is a back rank. Let me show you. This is how it works. All right, there you go. So I'm obviously thinking of taking the knight, because that is the one who's supporting this bishop over here. So why not? You look at your move and then you ask yourself, why not? What is the reputation? What is the problem? If you don't see any problem, you take it. There's no issues, you take it. That's the way you recheck your answers. And now take, and queen f1 is an obvious move. Always look for loose pieces. Loose pieces drop off. The rook on h3 is loose, and however subtle it is, it's always quite easy to look at. So basically, what I combined was I combined the weak king and the loose piece, and this is how it works. Take here, and after the king is out, how do we attack both of them together? The obvious move is queen f1 and h3. That's the way it works. You have to look for this little things, little tiny things that matters a lot. I'm gonna go here and then take this bishop after the bishop check. So this is what I mean. I'm gonna give a bishop check. I'm gonna take it. That's how it works. Easy. I can take this guy. He can take me, but then there is bishop e3, so he has to be careful over here. I think he should not take my rook. If he does, that was the issue, right? All right, so definitely we are way above our last score, 34. Although 34 is still not good. I want at least 40. Okay, how do we solve this one? Takes, takes, takes. Not impressed. Maybe just rook g8 looks good because then because if queen f3, then queen takes f3. I think that's the move. But if rook goes to g8, he takes. We capture. If he gives a back rank, then okay, just rook g8. All right, we are fine. Yeah, and we can bring back the rook. Now we just take this guy. Although it was quite a risky variation, it's fine. It's fine. Queen f4 looks like the move, but king e6 happens then. Okay, so what else do we have here? Well, I'm thinking of knight c4, which is a check. A lot of squares are covered, and looks like a winning move. Is it? Why is it not? It is winning. 36 puzzle solved. I solved. I want more. How do we solve this one? Okay, takes, and there will be some issue over there. All right, the knight on d8 will be vulnerable, and I'm not misspelling it. It is a knight. This is how. This is what I meant. Takes. You see, that was a knight. Now you go here and give a double attack on the king and the knight, and now you take this guy. Yes, you took it. All right, so that was the answer. Black to play. I can take. He goes in the corner, and how do we continue? Basically, we take the bishop. So this is what you do. You first capture this guy, and then rook b2, rook b7. The queen is not supported, so obvious move comes to mind is knight into e4. If he takes the queen, then you first play the interference move, knight takes f6, and bishop takes f6, then knight takes e2. I suppose that is right. Now you play the interference move, because if you take this knight, then he's going to capture your knight. So as you're definitely losing that knight, right? So it's better to trade it off. So this is what you do: interference, intermediate move, and then you take the queen. 39 is a score. All right, I think I have found a move that traps the queen. Knight c3. Is there something stronger than that? I don't think so. That must be the strongest. Okay, he attacks our guy. We have options. We can take his queen. He can take ours. But then he attacks the rook, which is more important. So we take his guy. He has to move back, and then we save our knight. All right, let's take the knight. I don't see any reason to not capture. Okay, f3 is covered. King e7, but then we just go to g7, queen g7, rook g7 check, king h8, and he gets his other rook in the game. All right, this is getting um, tougher, hotter. Yeah, the position is kind of heating up now. Although king f6 after we take and rook e7 and king f6 looks fine. I'm not really sure. Okay, this goes over here. Do we have something forceful? I do think we have it, although although it's not quite certain. Yes, a2. He has to take. All right, I do think that we can take the bishop, and then after rook e7, you go king f6, and I think so. You're fine. At least for the moment, I don't see an issue. So I'm gonna go forward with that. Why was that wrong? I want to see why is that wrong. What is the issue? I'm gonna on the stockfish. I want to see why this is a problem. What did I miss? Bishop g7, is that what I missed? Oh yes, bishop g7 is what I missed. Oh, basically, yeah. Definitely not good. So yes, you have to come down, but then you have to allow this. Rook g7, king ha. I did calculate this and I saw that rook is going to come over here. How do we deal with this problem? Because this is what concerned me. a2, obviously I saw this. Okay, knight to c6. This is what I missed. I was looking at knight b3 and knight c4, which obviously didn't work. This is what I missed, knight c6. It was quite an obvious move. I should have calculated this. All right. Okay, I'm gonna before I end the video, I'm thinking of having a puzzle racer. It's been a long time I haven't done it, so why not? Although I don't like to come second, so I've not been in touch with the game. But let's see. Let's have a puzzle racer.
5, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's wrong with the screen? It's so slow. Check. All right, this works. Takes. Does it help? Mm-hmm. Come on, faster than this. I'm thinking of capturing. It does work because the bishop on g7 is hanging. Okay, faster. Just this. What's the idea? What's the plan? Takes and you take the rook. All right, that was great. Oh, horrible. Check over here, but then he takes. For some reason, I'm not even fast enough. That wasn't the best. There we go. A few seconds left, and I have a horrible score right now. This looks better. Take the rook. The bishop hangs. Yeah, the problem when your time is running out, you can't see everything. You do miss a lot of things, but you look at the main only few things, and that probably works. At the moment, it does. All right. So how do we continue this? No, I don't like to push the pawn. Yes, that works. Why can't I take? Because he takes my queen. Okay, I ended up fourth. That is horrible. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I want to come at least second.
9, 8, 5, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'll try not to talk. I'll try to be more focused at the moment until the race finishes. Come on. Okay, how do I solve this one? Maybe just queen of hearts. No. Maybe just this, and I take, and then exchange the capture this time. How do we solve this? I'm incredibly slow. I just don't understand. Maybe I'm not used to the pressure of this because I haven't been doing it for a long time anymore. But probably this is the move. That was wrong. Horrible. Just look here, and this. I missed it. Fourth again. All right, I'm gonna give it a last try. I'm not used to the pressure.
9, 8, 5, 7, 3, 2, 1, 0.
How do we solve this? I can take here, but okay, let's take this. Magic. There we go. Just pushing the forward and capturing looks fine. Freebies, freebies, freebies are always welcome. Doesn't this go? What's the point? Easy. Come on. My technical skills are extremely poor, so seriously, go forward. Forward you go. Thank you. 4 seconds left. Not enough. Not good enough. I came second, but I'm not really happy. I used to come first all the time, and now I'm not used to this. But anyway, it was a good practice session. So hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna have some rest now. And thank you to the guy who said my videos should not get any comments. I think yeah, you woke me up, and it's time for me to get back to work and practice. So hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. More videos are on the way.